Hello everyone, it's AG and today I will be talking about The Ballad of Black Tom. This is a novella that was written by Victor Laval and it was inspired by the story of The Horror at Red Hook, which was written by H.P. Lovecraft. For the past year, I've been looking for horror books that were written by people of color, and this was one of the few that I managed to find, and I'm so happy that I did because I really enjoyed it. But before I start telling you about this book, I do have to give a trigger warning because this book does contain death and racism. But yeah, let's just jump into it. The Ballad of Black Tom is set in 1920s America and follows a young black man called Charles Thomas Tester, who on the streets goes by the name of Tommy. He's a real hustler in the sense that he manages to find several different shady ways to make money in order to keep a roof above his and his father's head. Working all around Harlem, Flushing Meadows and Red Hook, Tom opens a door to a deeper realm of magic when he delivers an occult book to a reclusive sorceress. By doing so, he manages to earn the attention of things that are better left sleeping. This book was actually dedicated to H.P. Lovecraft. For H.P. Lovecraft, with all my conflicted feelings. For those who don't know, H.P. Lovecraft was an American writer who was known for his weird and horror fiction. He has had an immense influence in horror literature, and many big names within the genre such as Stephen King were heavily influenced by him. Lovecraft, however, was a huge racist. Laval, who is biracial, grew up reading his work. And you can imagine how conflicted he must have felt after finding out about Lovecraft's history of racism and xenophobia. Lovecraft's inspiration for writing The Horror at Red Hook was, quote, "the gangs of young loafers and herds of evil-looking foreigners that one sees everywhere in New York." And so there's so much power in Laval taking such a story that was inspired by racism and then centering it around a young black man and exploring the racism that was there at the time. So yeah, I really enjoyed this novella. It merges classic horror themes such as sorcerers and supernatural creatures with the actual horror of being black in America, specifically in the early 20th century. The story is actually split into two parts, and I really like what that structure did for the entire narrative. For me, it definitely created more mystery and excitement. The first part focuses on Tom, and then towards the end, something absolutely cataclysmic occurs. And so you're really eager to find out what happens next, but then part one ends. The perspective then switches and we start following another character. There's also a bit of a time skip, and then slowly the story starts to unravel and it ends up in this huge showdown. I personally think the story came beautifully together at the end. Also towards the end you find out exactly what the title The Ballad of Black Tom refers to, and that actually had me reeling quite a bit. Anyway, to quickly sum it up, this was a great and creepy novella that is definitely worth your time. So yeah, read The Ballad of Black Tom. Either way, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. A huge thank you to Barbara, Klavak, Chris, Diane, Jen, Nikolai and Tara for supporting me over on Patreon.